When you have a lot of money, what it does is she's resentful towards him. We'll never get to the bliss, we'll never get to the peace, we'll never get to the actual joy and fulfillment if we can never with people who actually choose me, who want to be with me. The clients that I have had that have the most success are maybe the next woman, you know, the way she has sex with me is just gonna blow my mind. And this is an interesting topic, and I think innately when you hear this, you're going to think that, well, yeah, that makes sense, but the reality is how you live your life actually demonstrates that you don't completely and inherently believe this. And so I want to talk about why money doesn't solve relationship problems. You know, I grew up in a household where money was always tight. And as a little girl, I believed, you know, that if we just had more money, then our lives would have been better. And to some degree, there is truth to that. I think that, you know, when we have money, it does make life a lot nicer. It makes certain things easier. But when it comes to relationships, this doesn't necessarily fix that dynamic. What happens is when you have a lot of money, what it does is it opens up the door for more distractions, more covering things up, but things tend to stay under the rug. Here's where money does help. Money helps when you are able to hire a coach like myself, and you can find out what those real problems are and you can find solutions to them. That's where money helps. But inherently, the actual problem, the relational problem in and of itself, doesn't go away with money. And so this is what this typically looks like. You know, when you are in a relationship and you have a lot of money and you guys are fighting, or you're a single guy and you get in relationships and then they end, or you meet really beautiful women but they're just coming for you for the lifestyle that you give, and you're like, here we go again, another woman that doesn't love me for the real me. It sucks, it hurts. This is not how we want to spend our life. This is not conducive to living a life that is free and fulfilling. It doesn't work this way, right? We don't enjoy it. So here's the thing. When we have relationship problems and we try to distract ourselves with the next vacation, the next dinner, the next shopping spree, whatever it is, you know, the next car that you buy, if you buy a bigger home, any of those things, what it does is it just delays the inevitable. And the inevitable is there is a real problem underneath it all that needs to be addressed, that needs to be handled. And so what that looks like is, let's present it in a relationships format. Now, if you're single, we can present a scenario for that as well. But let's stick with the context of a couple who's in a relationship. Let's say you have a couple and they have a lot of money, but at the end of the day, she's resentful towards him. She's constantly nagging him. She's getting pissed off at him. She's not respecting him. He's getting pissed off with her. All of a sudden, everyone at the office is looking way more attractive than her. He's maybe even played on some dating apps to go, what else is out there so that I don't have to deal with this nagging bitch. And she's just like, well, you know, maybe the pool guy is looking a little bit more hot than normal, and maybe he can make me feel things that my partner is not making me feel. And so what happens is there's all this frustration going on underneath. And so they both feel it, and then the solution may be to, let's just go on a vacation. We just need to get away, right? That's what we always think. We just need to get away. And there's nothing wrong with getting away, but if you get away without solving the problem still stays there. What we tend to do as human beings is we add more to the problem, thinking that that's going to bring resolve, but it never does, right? The reality is at the end of the day, we have to be really honest about what that problem is and to have the fortitude to deal with it. And 9 out of 10 times, it's not as difficult as we think it is. Sometimes it's just asking the right questions and being very clear about what we want our lives to mean, what we want our lives to look like, feel like, be like. but we'll never get to the bliss, we'll never get to the peace, we'll never get to the actual joy and fulfillment if we continue to add more to the problem. Or if you're a single guy, it's just like, you know, if I just keep finding new women, more women, maybe the next woman, you know, the way she has sex with me is just going to blow my mind and that's going to change everything. Maybe, but then over time, the problem's still there. And so when we talk about problems, what are these problems? Most of the time, us human beings, we have problems like low self-worth issues. Like we don't value ourselves. When we were a child, we were taught that, you know, our parents weren't going to love us unless we performed well. And so we're set up on this drive to always perform. And then when we get in relationships, no matter what they do, we can't receive their love. One, we've got walls, we've got blocks that it doesn't feel safe to receive their love because we've never had that before. No one has ever given that to us unconditionally. So when anyone shows us any form of genuine love, it's so foreign to us, and we human beings are very habitual. We go to what we know, and if you don't know that experience, you're actually going to feel more safe with people who force you to perform. But the frustration in that is I'm never with people who actually choose me, who want to be with me. But the reality is, being with you, you don't even understand for yourself, and you're hoping that someone else is going to solve that problem for you. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way. The way it does work is by you working with a coach, working with a therapist, facing yourself. Sometimes it's just having that conversation with yourself. The clients that I have had that have the most success are not clients who come to me and go, I just keep attracting narcissists. I just keep attracting, women who use me. These type of clients, I don't feel like are going to have the most success. The clients that have the most success are the ones that come to me that say, yes, I attract narcissists. I attract women who use me. But the problem is me. There is something inherently going on inside of me that I need to address. This is the guy that has success because why? There is personal responsibility there. And when we have personal responsibility, when we can take account for something, then we will find the fortitude, the same fortitude that makes you successful. You can use that same fortitude to go, I am determined to get answers. Why? Because I can't keep living my life on this hamster wheel. I can't keep distracting myself. One, that's a weak man's game to run to distractions. I'm not a weak man. I'm a strong man, and I'm a man who wants to find solutions. So when you use your money to find solutions as opposed to buying more distractions to buy you out of your pain, but actually going, okay, what is this pain and why do I keep running from it? And do I need to continue living my life that way? The answer is no, you don't. But it will take you facing yourself and going, I have to be the agent of change. I can't keep thinking that my money is going to buy circumstances or even buy people, which inherently you're doing. You know, if you just want to buy a woman who just shuts up and just, uses a credit card, okay, great, but she's never going to love you for the real you. And that's what you want. That is the goal. Someone who accepts you, who values you for you. But it starts with you being the agent of change for yourself. If this video is speaking to you, I want to hear in the comment section, like, yes, this is me, or I'm the agent of change. When we start realizing this, I have to say from just personal experience, when I started realizing that I could be the agent of change by confronting things in my life and then experiencing the freedom, experiencing the bliss, enjoying the connections, enjoying life more wholeheartedly. When I started experiencing that, it became almost addictive in and of itself, because freedom, real freedom, not escapism that is misconstrued as freedom, but real freedom, that in itself is extremely addictive. But the way that we actually get free is by facing the things inside of us that are imprisoning us, and then getting the keys to unlock ourselves, walk out of that, and enjoy life the way we were meant to and the way it was destined for us to experience. So if this really spoke with you, you can go to my website. We can discuss coaching. I have online programs that will support you. If you're like, Arica, you're a little intense, you're a little too scary for me, let me just start with one of your online programs. You can do that. But I would love to support you in that journey. You have what it takes. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. As dark as the demons may be, you inside of you, you actually have what it takes. I'm just the coach to come and go, okay, let's unlock this so that you can walk out free, because you deserve that freedom and you deserve to be loved for the real you.